Hey merchants, what's up? It's the merchant back for another Minecraft video. Haven't recorded in a while, but that's okay. Today I actually have a bit of a redstone thing for you to just look at and see how you like it. It's opening and closing a gate. It's pretty cool. Just hit this button, opens the gate, closes this gate with that button. And I have the same thing programmed over on the other side. It's really cool. It opens in one direction and one direction only. And if you open it with that button, you can close it with that button. Open it with that button, walk through, realize you don't want to go out, close it with this button. It's great. It's really great. I enjoy it a lot. I'm thinking about incorporating it into a town that I'm building in my own personal server. But with all that aside, let me show you how it works. Basically, it runs off of a bunch of command blocks that you can find underground under here. It's two systems, one for opening it and one for closing it. If you're wondering why that's down there, I'll get to that in a minute. But basically how it works is, one thing I'd like to show you before I get started is test for block iron bars, test for if it's open or not. Notice how on this side it's powered, blocking that. That's because it recognizes that the gates are closed. You were hearing how the gates were playing sounds. Well, if I click this button, notice it doesn't play the sound. But if I click it while the gates are open, it does play the sound. That's because I have it testing for whether or not it's closed or not. If it is closed or open, it cuts off the ability to go on to these other blocks. So I think that's a pretty cool feature that I was able to implement into there, so that you're not constantly getting the sounds that go through it, because that'd just be annoying, somebody trolling you just by clicking and clicking and clicking over and over again. I didn't want that, so I figured out a way to get that working. And just to show you that it works for both sides, I will open it up and see, no sounds, and now those are powered, cutting off that. And you'll notice on this side these are unpowered, allowing these to be tested for. Now what these are testing for is they're testing for a stone button, this one facing for one that is facing the north direction, and this one facing for the south direction, which if you hit F3 and look up here, this is the one facing in the north direction, this is the one facing in the south direction. The coordinates are the exact same for what they're looking for, and the value here is basically, see, it says that it has a data value of 4, expected 12. That's because a regular button that's unactivated has a data value of 4. But when I press it, it has a data value of 12. So that's pretty interesting if you want to know that. If basically how data values for powered and unpowered buttons work is that you have the value that you should have that determines whether or not it's facing a certain direction, and if you want to know what the powered data value is for that, you just add 8 to it. It's that simple. So you have this one looking for those, and these are also testing for the buttons. These are testing for iron bars if it is open, I believe? No. Yeah, open. And these are for testing if it's closed. Right? No. Yeah? Yeah. Alright, yeah. And so, basically, if it finds that these are here, let me see if I can just figure out where exactly to punch a hole in the ground. Okay. So, it's already open. That's good to know. Punch a hole in the ground here. We'll just close it. Notice that all these turn on, but they turn back off. These are set up so that they're 8 redstone ticks delayed, so that gives them time to check and then check again, enabling all of these to be cut off, because if these were to stay on, you'd have a lot of trouble here and it would break the next time you went to turn them back off. And so that's pretty cool, I think. It's all set up pretty nicely. What all these are doing though is that these are testing for if they're open, like I said earlier. And basically how they test for it is they make sure that there's an iron bar here and not here. The closed one works vice versa. It checks to make sure that there's an iron bar here and not here, which I think this is pretty cool. You can switch this around and do some changing for the codes to make the blocks whatever you want to make them, you know, just generally edit this to how you choose. But the way I got the sound is I use the play sound command. For opening, it uses the piston tile out. For the closing, it's the same thing, except this is piston tile, or tile.piston.in for the play sound command. So yeah, and then basically all we have here is the set blocks telling, you know, for the close to take all those iron bars that you saw there, right here and right here, and replace them with air, and then just place the iron bars here, absolutely vice versa with the open. That's one thing that's so simple about this contraption, even though it looks kind of complex, is that, you know, it's really just the same thing, just mirrored in a way. So yeah, I'm sure there's a way to compress it all down so that's not as huge, but I just wanted to show that to you. I thought it was pretty cool. You know, use it how you will. If you're wondering why there's a comparator there, I was wanting this to kind of have a little bit of a delay, just kind of a flavorful thing. See, when it opens, they open with the very first hit. It makes it feel like it's, you know, extending out and pushing it open. But then with this, it closes with that last pull. Makes it kind of feel like the whole thing is, you know, closing and coming back together. It's really flavorfully with the sound. I just wanted to get the timing correct. That's why all of these are ticked back on this side, and none of them are ticked back on this side. They're just there. It took me a little while to figure that out. That's why that's pushed down into the ground a little bit, is so that if I had just the comparator there, the redstone repeater there, not only would it power this one, but it also power these two before it powered the rest of them. So it was causing these two to make it so that this bar would close before the rest of them would, and it was really bad looking. So I had to push it down to the ground to make sure that the sound and everything closed at the same time and was just the way that I wanted it. So yeah, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's more redstone savvy than I am, works with command blocks better than I do, but this is what I figured out. I think it's pretty cool. You know, you can use it in your servers. Just really easy, simple command block thing, completely concealable under the ground here, and yeah, that's basically all I have to show you. So thanks for watching, merchants. If you like the video, like and subscribe. It really helps with my channel, and may not seem like it, but it really does help. But so yeah, like and subscribe if you like the video, and that's really all I have to say. I'll talk to you later, merchants, and remember, of course it's green.